Okay, great. So next we're going to have Lijing Jin from Baidu, who's going to tell us about the Baidu Quantum Program.
Okay, thank you. Can you hear me? Okay, good. So first of all, let me thank the organizer to give me this great opportunity to share with you about the Baidu Quantum Program. We call it BQP, so that's not by accident. So my name is Lijing Jin. I come from the Institute for Quantum Computing of Baidu Research. And actually, this is my first time to attend TQC. My personal background was about Johnson-Johnson physics and superconducting circuit. So I'm not really expert in BQP. I'm standing here just because, I was the only lucky guy who finally got the visa in the last minute, so I come here. So that's the beginning of the story. And so today, basically, I will share this, but I believe here most of the Chinese people, I think they know Baidu very well. They use it every day in China. But some of you may ask, okay, who is Baidu? Just now I'm talking about this other company, you know it very well, but Baidu, maybe you don't know it too much. So before I really introduce BQP, let me spend a couple of minutes to explain, okay, who is Baidu? What kind of product and service Baidu provide, and also it's why we're interested in quantum computation. So Baidu is the largest Chinese language search engine provider, and also now it's AI company. And here I share two numbers with you. The first one is Baidu occupied 73.5% of the Chinese search engine marketing. And the second number is now we have like around 600 million active users. And Baidu was founded in the first day of this century, and by Robin Li, who is now CEO and chairman. And 5 years later, Baidu completed the IPO on Nasdaq. And you may ask why called Baidu, what Baidu means. Baidu, it's inspired by a very beautiful, famous Chinese poem written 800 years ago. And here story somehow describe a man is looking around in crowd of people for 100,000 times for his lovely girl. And here by means 100 and do means times. It's so Baidu represent this persistent search. So it's like we do the search, right? And now in total, we have around 50,000 people working around different campuses around the world. And the goal is to make the complex world simpler by technology. So which kind of service and the product Baidu provide? And on one hand, we have some traditional searching service, like Baidu Search and Map, Cloud, the video. And also in recent years, we have some smart devices, also have this Scholar Search. And on the other hand, recently we entering a new business. It's AI technology. And we also have some promising AI product. For example, here I list 3 of them. Baidu Brain is based on this neural network and data technology. It basically solves the complex problem in society, for example, traffic, medicine. And DualOS, it's a smart device that is based on natural languages. And also the last one is Apollo. It's an open auto driving system. Now in China, it's this year they collaborate with some taxi company. They already test or road in one province in China called Hunan. And so behind this promising AI product, that's a technology support. I joined this Baidu last year, and my feeling is Baidu is a company that really respects technology. It's also a company full of engineer culture. And 5 years ago, we have the Baidu Research. It's co-located in Silicon Valley and Seattle and Beijing. And people work together to actually study the future-looking fundamental research and mainly in AI field. So here I list some of the directions. Research direction have data science and data minimizing, and also machine learning and deep learning. Also have this robotics and auto-wise driving, and also have natural languages and speech, also computer vision. And what's next? And also people have some problem in this different field. And we think about last year, we also have this direction, quantum computing. And the idea for this one is we want to make Baidu quantum ready. So till now, I hope you already have a simple picture about Baidu background and the product and the service Baidu provide, and also about Baidu Research. And in remaining times, let me expand this BQP. Basically, I want to share with you about what Baidu Quantum aims to do and what kind of quantum service Baidu want to provide. So this we established the Institute for Quantum Computing under Baidu Research in last March, and it's based in Beijing. And the director is Professor Liu Duan, and earlier he was a professor and director of the in UTS. And we know quantum computing is really a big field. What do Baidu want to do? And we have a QAAA plan. It's basically all three directions. One is quantum AI application, and quantum algorithm, and quantum architecture. For each of them, we have some specific research areas, and I will expand them later in details. And here, we want to make Baidu quantum ready and focus on these three research directions, and we want to integrate this quantum technology into Baidu core business. So let me explain one by one. The first one is quantum AI. So now Baidu is AI company, so it's very natural to consider the combination between AI technology and also quantum computation. So the idea is as follows. First, we want to use these advantages of quantum information testing to help solve some difficult problem in AI technology. And second, we also can use the current AI technology to break through the bottlenecks of the quantum areas. In particular, we have three specific research areas. And first one is machine learning. As I said, basically, it's in Baidu. They already have some team they working in this field. We hope we can use this quantum computing technology to help them solve some problem. And second one, it's for information security. Basically, here it's we want to explore the solve some this safety problem here with quantum technology. And the third one, it's here I call the bubble, quantum bubble. If you listen carefully yesterday, Steven's speech for yesterday dinner, you know what I mean. Because my original slide I prepared it's like this. You know what it means. Here, actually, in Baidu, there are some guys they working in these blockchains, and we sit down, discuss, and they have some problem. They hope, okay, maybe in future we can solve it. We don't have good idea now, but we keep it in mind. Okay, here I put it in the blue. Here, blue means here we are focused on at the first stage. And the second one is quantum algorithm. For this one, we also have three specific research areas. We mainly focus on this one is for this quantum simulation. It was regarded as the most promising application in near-term devices. And second one is quantum search, because Baidu is born in for searching engine. So it's we also aims to explore some quantum algorithm which can speed up this quantum search. And third one is quantum secure computation. It's also meaningful to explore the combination between this security algorithm and quantum computing. And basically, the idea for these three directions, for some of them, we are aims to design some new algorithm for some specific task. And for other things we want to, okay, let's see, look at the classical algorithm if we can look for some technique to expand to the quantum case. Also, third thing is, so now for some existing either quantum or classical algorithm, so we want to do one thing is we want to test them, it work or not work, or under which condition it works. So third one, it's architecture. Here, without quantum architecture, quantum AI application and quantum algorithm cannot effectively support it. More importantly, we aim to provide a quantum infrastructure as a service. And here I have 5 specific areas. And the first one is unified programming platform. I will highlight that in the next slide. And to be able to connect this platform with zero hardware devices, we also need to study this quantum hardware interface. And sometimes currently the quantum computer is really limited, the computation power, so it's also meaningful to study this distributed quantum information processing. And in addition, we are also interested in this quantum network and internet and quantum crypto. So I just explained this our 3 research directions and also specific research areas. And at first stage, we will focus on this central triangle part, namely for AI, we focus on this machine learning. And for this algorithm, we focus on this quantum simulation. And for this architecture, we focus on this platform and also hardware interface, and also this distributed quantum information processing. And you may ask, okay, this is a research field, and what kind of quantum service you want to provide? Actually, here we want to provide this quantum infrastructure as a service, and the core part is this unified programming platform. It's in developing, and the idea is as follows. Many people, they are excited about quantum advantages, but they're scared about it. So we want to connect them and to use this our platform. And my colleague, they are working on this very hard. And in particular, they have many elements inside of this platform. They have this online independent development environment. They also have some application library or algorithm library, high-level functions. And so finally, we have to connect with this platform to either the zero hardware devices or simulator. For this zero hardware devices, at the moment, we did not do it by ourselves, but we work on this simulator thing. So to be able to connect these 2 layers, we need the middle layer, this instruction, in particular to contain this logical instruction and the pause instruction. We also developed this pause instruction. It's the things we are doing is, for example, take a superconducting circuit as example. You need to, for example, have some single qubit gate or 2 qubit gate. To control the zero devices, you need to generate some pulse, right? How to generate the pulse accurately in a very fast way, that's the problem. So on top of that, we also have the application layers. Basically, it's more related to the Baidu's core business, so with this AI, also searching and education and security. For that one, it's exactly what I mentioned before, these 2 research directions about AI application and also algorithm. So one more thing, just now I mentioned 2 things. One is our research, this QAA plan, also a platform in developing. And one more thing we want to do is about this ecosystem. I mean, I read on internet. I want to share with you about 2 news about this, our committee or this quantum computing. One good news and one bad news. And the bad news is we already heard from the previous talk. It's very challenging for quantum computing, either for hardware and for software, algorithm, and architecture. The good news, what's the good news? The good news is it's difficult for everyone. So that means we are really in the first kilometer of a marathon. Everyone have a chance. I mean, also it's a good timing to think about the ecosystem. Inside of Baidu, we focus on this QAA plan, and also we build the platform. And for our side, we connect with user, and also we collaborate with hardware provider. And additionally, we also have some interesting joint project with leading university and institute. And also we have some expert help us. And also we are happy and we will continue make some contribution to the committee, for example, for the conference, morning conference, and also organize conference. So you look here, actually we are not closed, we are really open. We don't do all things, we just focus on things we are really interested in. So we welcome different kinds of collaboration. So finally, thanks now, we are just 1 year old and we need more people. Yeah, we like people if we have some, especially have some mixed background or math or physics, quantum physics, and also the computer science. Of course, if you are good at programming and also experiment, it's kind of a plus. So we have some opening positions for different level for scientists, for engineer, and also for interns. If you are interested in our research plan, and you can, I mean, why not? Maybe you can join us. If you have further questions, you can directly talk with me. I'll be stay here also for the next 2 days. We can chat. Also, you can also send your CV directly to our director. That's also one option. Finally, I will close my remarks with some nice picture where we work. We work here in Beijing. It's called the Beijing Technology Park. It has 7th floor, and on top of the floor, that was you can run here. And here it's just 2 kilometers. You can see the mountain. And when you arrive at the company in the early morning, they have this robot-based AI technologies. You can talk with him, and when it's lifetime, you can have one option to use sleep to go to the cutting. And in the afternoon, when you got retired, you can go to this climbing walls. I mean, for me, I love it. I mean, I enjoy the working environment here. I mean, if you are looking for a job, think about it. If you are still a PhD student, keep it in mind. At least it's one option. With all this, thank you for your attention.
Okay, questions?
Hi, thanks for the talk. So the work being done here, is it like targeted toward like specific hardware implementation of quantum computing, or is it like completely general for like all different platforms?
You mean the work we are working in Baidu, right?
Yeah.
So here it's some research plan. We are, I mean, just 1 year. And in past year, the main task is we design what we do, and also we are working on this platform, and we are also start to build a team. The things we do here, it's not like we do in the institute. We actually, the long goal is we want to integrate this quantum technology with Baidu's business, for example, for this searching, security problem, and so on. And so what other things you are asking?
I'm just wondering, like the algorithms being developed, for instance, or like the methodologies, is it like, will it be specific to a particular kind of implementation, like trapped ion superconducting circuits or something, or is it completely going to be
I mean,
generic?
I don't think that have something with the zero hardware devices. Here it can adopt to different devices for superconducting circuit, for ERIN, for also optics. Works. But for algorithm, we would like to design for some specific task. For example, here it's for simulation and also for this quantum search.
Okay.
So just to clarify, does that mean that you are not yet working on hardware, on physical qubits?
We don't say we will not build it in future, but at the moment, we did not build a lab. We did not buy this fridge. We did not build in clean room. At the moment, our plan is to collaborate with the university institute. Also, we will collaborate with other hardware provider. But in future, I mean, I don't know. Let's see.
More questions?
So I'm curious about two things. First, the scale of the investment that Baidu is making, and second, the time scale on which the management expects something useful to come out of that investment.
Sorry, I don't got the point.
How much money, I think,
oh,
is the
okay,
question.
Okay. That's, thank you for the translation. Okay, we talk with our, the top leaders. They are supported very much. They told us, don't consider about how to earn money use this. Got patient for 5 years, 10 years, and just, they don't have any expectation in short years, in short times. They just tell us, okay, be patient and do things you think it's valuable, and they have enough patience. Even for AI technologies now, it's some are still in investment. For quantum technologies, it's, it's even behind. So we have enough patience to do that.
So one more question.
How big is your quantum team currently?
We have around 10 people, but for this programming platform, we have some people we are not in the team, but we hire them to write code. But now we need more people. That's why also one reason why I'm here.
Okay, great. Let's thank Lijing again.
Thank you very much.